welcome to my channel. For those of you who are coming back, thanks for coming back and thanks for being here watching my videos. For newcomers, I make videos about epilepsy and also my VNS, which is a implant for seizures. So if you want to stick around and learn more about that, I have tons and tons of videos, so make sure to stick around and watch. Now today I'm going to do a follow-up video of from what happened in my last video. Basically, I have a mail order pharmacy, and that pharmacy is so stressful. I mean, awful. They never send out the medications on time, and I'm always having to call them because I'll be almost out of medication and they haven't sent any of them out. You know, I'll be almost out and I haven't gotten any at all. So I have to call them and remind them. So it's just like a whole ridiculous situation. Now, this last time, a couple days ago, well, about 2 weeks ago, I had been filling my pills, like putting them in my pill case, and I realized, you know, one of my meds, acetazolamide, I was getting really low on that, and I only had like a week and a half worth left. And, you know, I kept waiting for it to come and wouldn't come. And by the end of this last week, I only had 2 days worth. And, like, it still hadn't come. So I called, and anyway, watch my previous video to really, like, get into it. But basically, what happened was, let's see, Saturday, I took my meds because I had enough for for morning and night. Sunday, went completely off, you know, cold turkey, didn't have any left, and I kept waiting for the seizures to come, and they hadn't come. But then Sunday night, which was last night, all of a sudden, like, I just got an aura, like, I just knew they were coming, and I started feeling weird, which is how I always feel, you know, even like if it's an hour before, I still like kind of know what's coming. So I started feeling weird. I was texting my friend who has epilepsy as well, so I was telling her, like, you know, the whole situation. I said, I'm really feeling iffy, I know they're coming soon, and sure enough, like 15 minutes later, I had one. Then, yeah, I was on my phone, and my left hand, sometimes when I'm doing something, it's almost like it is disconnected from my brain, because all the stuff is kind of on my left side, and so it will be like, sometimes when I'm doing things with my hands, my left hand, like, just won't move or won't do what I want it to during the seizure. So I'm holding my phone and I'm like looking at my hand, like, move, and no matter what, like, it won't move. So it's a weird feeling if you haven't felt it. So anyway, then I was thinking, like, okay, and I had a couple more, but they weren't awful. Today I woke up exhausted, of course, and then the whole day I was fine, and I was just going about, you know, doing whatever. Then towards the evening, right before dinner, I'm not picking my nose, by the way, towards dinner, I had my first real seizure, like, cluster. I get them in clusters, mostly. And I started having them, and I was outside in the backyard with my parents, and I just felt it coming on, and it just happened. I'm like, okay, and then just cluster of seizures. It was so awful. But you know what? I realized that even though I hate seizures with a passion, it wasn't that I was like I feel like it was more of a inconvenience than anything else. When I first started having seizures, I mean, let's see, maybe it was 2009. Yeah, 2009 when I had my first one. So it's been 11 years. Almost 11. And actually no, yeah, 11 years. Sorry. But I used to cry every time I had one, and they were like small usually, like, or no, I would have grand mal seizures, but like once I got on more meds, they went down to like complex partials and stuff like that. But every single time, no matter what kind I had, I would always cry after. And I was just so embarrassed, and like all these feelings and emotions were like coming. But now it's more of an annoyance. Like, yeah, I hate it, but it's like, really? Now? Why? It's just annoying that they come. So, yeah, there's that. So, oh, right. So, today, my mom, I had her call because I was so tired from having seizures, and she called the pharmacy this morning, right when they opened, and, like, talked to them, and then she went all the way up to Salt Lake for me because I was so tired, and she got some of the medication for me. Apparently they're sending out the rest tomorrow because they didn't have a ton there. So yeah, so I was able to take it tonight. And quickly, another thing, I think, did I mention it before? I think in my last video I mentioned it, but my Prestique, my anti-anxiety meds that I used to take, they kind of stopped working, and they were giving me all these awful side effects. So my doctor put me on the old version of that drug before they made the new one. This was the original. And he put me on it because he said since I had such a good reaction mainly with the first one, or with the new one, that he thinks that it would be a good idea to try this. And I have to take it at pretty much the exact same time every day, otherwise, like, people end up feeling weird, or like it doesn't work as well. I don't know. And I don't want to find out. So I just take my meds. I set an alarm for 10:30 in the morning to take them. And then at night, well, wait a second. At night, it doesn't matter so much because I don't take it at night. So anyway, I just wanted to update you guys over what happened. I'm really excited. I really appreciate all the comments that I got on the last video. I just got one today, like saying I should go to the urgent care or the ER. But I didn't do that just because, since it was only one of my medications, I knew that, yes, I would have seizures, but they weren't going to be grand mal seizures, so I knew that it would be okay. Now, if I didn't have 2 medications out of, not taking, because I take 4 seizure meds and 1 other for anxiety. But if I hadn't had 2 of my seizure meds, then I would have gone to the ER or urgent care to get that. But I didn't, just because it was 1 med, and I just knew I would have small seizures instead. So that's, anyway, but I really love the comments. I love all the concern and the advice you guys give me, and I really appreciate that. So, yeah. Do you like my backdrop? It's my curtains. I figured, I used these a few years ago, but I kind of like them. I like having a backdrop instead of just random stuff around me. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoy my channel, maybe subscribe or whatever. And if you subscribe, I'm actually gonna be, well, I'm going to be posting more, I think. And I know I used to say that all the time, but I really think I am, just because I'm in a better place than I was, and I don't feel as crappy as before. So I'm definitely gonna be making more videos. But another thing is, I need more content. And so if any of you have any questions or any recommendations of, you know, like anything to do with, you know, epilepsy or VNS, or if you have any questions, you know, feel free to let me know, and I will follow your commands if they're appropriate. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah. Bye.